Universal software is a unique suite of modules designed for companies that have complex inventory needs that usually can't be satisfied with generic accounting software packages. For example, companies that sell and rent equipment have a combination of specific challenges. Then, when you throw service of your own rental equipment and often your customers' equipment into the mix, well, that just makes things even more complicated. Universal has a suite of modules that can be configured for each client situation. The modules to handle rental, sales, and service are all integrated into one harmonious system to help you achieve accurate sales inventory tracking, including the critical aspect of serialized equipment, protecting your rental asset investment with a complete system to handle reservations, short and long-term rentals, and crucial rental activity analysis reports that can't be duplicated with generic accounting software, and a complete work order processing system to handle every aspect of service and repair operations. All in one integrated system to eliminate redundancy and the huge margin for human error when redundant entry is necessary. Let's take one of the areas of your business that can be particularly problematic: rental. There's so much to consider with rental. There are reservations for equipment. You need to make sure that every item, even attachments and peripherals, are returned after the rental because they do add up. And you need to ensure that items go out and come back in good condition. If not, then a work order must be opened and either the customer should be charged in the case of abuse, or the expense should be logged against that piece of equipment so that you can accurately analyze profit and loss and return on investment information on each piece of equipment. Let's search for a receiver. Well, we have lots of them, so I'm going to narrow the search with a sub-search and find the item I want. When the rental item comes up, you'll notice that it looks very different than sale items. For one reason, on the right, there are rates with different time periods. There are also safety messages or comment codes that will print on the rental contract. And then what it does have in common with sale items is the ability to attach many notes. They can be, for example, photographs, or perhaps you have a document such as a PDF or a Word document, maybe an Excel spreadsheet, could be a material safety sheet or instructions, or maybe you're selling that piece of equipment on an equipment website, in which case you can go right to that web address without leaving the system. All of this is designed to save time and give your salespeople more information at their fingertips. There are two other items on this screen that may be helpful to you. Kit items are extremely useful because they automatically prompt you for the go-withs that go with a rental item. This way you won't forget anything. And sale items is a way of automatically prompting your staff to try to upsell to the customer any sale items that would be appropriate with that rental. Okay, so let's put this all together by creating a simple rental contract. We could be doing a quote or a reservation, but for now we'll just do a rental. There are pop-up remarks that can prompt us for something that we need to be aware of. There are notes that can come up automatically, and you'll notice that each note is date, time, and user stamped so that you know who made the note. Okay, we're ready to do a contract, a reservation, or a quote. There is a complete reservation system in Universal so that you will know what items are available at any time and which ones have been committed to people. We'll just do a contract to make this simple. We're going to try to not enter a purchase order, and it says, wait a minute, this customer said they have to have purchase orders. So we'll put a purchase order number in. Some of these fields are required and some are optional. And this line will print on the statement at the end of the month. So if you have a corporate customer with multiple rentals, by having a statement with this information on the statement, it might cut down on the calls that you get. We're going to rent that receiver, and I can see right in this column which ones are available and which ones are on rent or sold. And you can eliminate the sold if you don't want that in your view. I'm just going to choose the first one, make it easy. Again, you have the ability to access those notes here, so that's where you can get your pictures, PDFs, and website. The rates that are coming up are the normal rate calculations assigned to the item. But if I've negotiated something special, I can either have a discount apply. You'll notice I have an automatic discount on rentals coming up from the customer's setup. That might be an option. Or I can assign special rates. And when I assign special rates here in this box, they will live for the life of this contract. Now there are kit items found. So I might be a new employee and I might not realize that I need to, rent the antenna and the radio door, and there's a message I want to put on there. All of these things are optional for you. But it would be a good idea, especially, when you're dealing with attachments, to track those. One of the special reasons that you want to do that is that if 6 items go out, you want to make sure that 6 items come back. So you can go through the list, even picking the right software version that's on that piece of equipment, so that if something needs to be serviced in the field, you already know what software version is out there. Now, I'm a new employee. I might not really be an effective upseller, but if I have this come up on my screen, I can say, hey, do you need this, that, or the other? These are coming from the sale inventory. So you can make attachments of items that might be logical for that. Now, we're also going to charge for delivery. We're going to add a delivery item here. You might have many items. You might have stored addresses in the system, or I'm going to type in an address on the fly. And if I want to use my Google Maps interface here, it might tell me whether or not I'm charging enough, because I might see that it's either far away or a long driving time or something of that nature. So what I can do is flip to Google Maps and it'll automatically show me point-to-point directions. And that might give me some information that I want to see. We can put some instructions here. And at this point, we're going to total it. We can decide whether we're billing the customer up front, whether they're going to pay at return or at the first periodic billing, because the system does do automatic recurring billing, searching for rental items that meet the criteria of either a 28 or a 30-day month and that it haven't been charged, and then it will generate an invoice. You can also mix a payment by check, credit card, cash, so whatever's appropriate for you. I'm going to bill this right away. This is a corporate customer, and I bill them up front rather than in arrears. We'll show you what the contract and the delivery ticket could look like. Your logo would appear in the left hand, and then you have your rates, your serialized items, your comment codes. Down further, you have even more information that might apply to you. Because Universal is fully barcode capable, both in generating labels and in reading them, you can use barcoding throughout, even in the rental program. For example, if I want to process a rental return, I can simply scan the items versus tagging them manually. Obviously, we've just scratched the surface just about the rental aspect of your business. There's so much to track about the items that are due back, the item locations, what the utilization on each piece of equipment is, the profit and loss, return on investment, and if you pay commissions, you might pay a different rate on the rental, sales, and service aspects of your business. All of this has been handled time and time again by Universal. We've been doing this since 1990, and we'd love to talk to you about it. If you'd like to have a demonstration, feel free to give us a call.